जी, Assalamu alaikum students of grade 11. This is Pakistan International School Thai. I welcome you all on our YouTube channel and you are here with me in English Hub. How are you students and what about your eating habits? I didn't ask you since long what type of eatables you are enjoying these days. So better to have healthy food and intentionally avoid junk food because it's not good for your health, right? Okay. Okay, it's virtual learning system session 2020 and it's lecture number 6, unit number 1, and then we'll be doing 6 as well, right? Because we're going to finish today our unit 1 and we'll start unit 6, and you must have a question in your mind that why directly 6, as it's up to as it's mentioned in SOS, so we are trying to follow SOS, right? Scheme of studies, right? Okay, uh, as we were already doing that poem, half of the poem was almost done and half of it is left. So that's why we are doing this poem. First, we will complete this poem, and then afterwards, we'll be starting the next topic, which will be on page number 130, I guess. So we'll be doing that. The first poem, the first topic is poem, which we will be studying, and it's about September, the first day of school, and the next topic will be about learning to communicate. It's all about communication skills. How do you need to communicate? What type of sources can be used while if you are interested to communicate with someone, right? Okay, it's me, Mrs. Imran. Yes, it's about major objectives. As it was like initially we studied about it, right? We did these major objectives in our previous lecture as well. So these objectives do tell us about the whatever is in our mind as a teacher or maybe as a student or as a learner. What do you think, like once I'll be finishing this lecture, what will I be learning after that, or what will be my outcomes after reviewing or after studying this lecture, after reading that chapter or any poem, right? So it's all about that. So to demonstrate and identify how a poet affects the reader. Yes, poet a poet leaves an impression on the reader. While once you are reading a poem, you will come to know about different ideas or thoughts, whatever poet is trying to convey, right? The message he wants to convey. So that's very important. Then the second point, to know about rhyming scheme. Yes, we discussed last time. Rhyming scheme is very important. If there will be a proper rhyming scheme, it'll be giving an impression that yes, it's a good poem, right? That'll be a little catchy as well. Rhythm, yes, of course, rhythm is very important. Voice, tone, and mood of the poet. Yes, mood of the poet and the tone of the poet is very important because it gives you a feel, like you go with the flow, as I told you. I mean, like you make up your mind of whatever the poet is trying to tell us. We are going accordingly. You make up your mind according to the mood of the poet, right? Because you are reading that word, those verses, and while reading those verses, the same mood you'll be in that particular cluster, I must say, or you'll be in that zone, I must say, and you'll be reading in the same way, or you'll be wearing the same glasses, or you'll be using the same lens as the poet is using, this that one, or his own perception, the poet's perception level. So you'll be following the same mindset, right? To continue to explore theme and its importance. Yes, right after reading the whole entire poem, you'll come to the conclusion. You'll get to know about theme, which is very important, and how much is it how much it is. It's good for you, or you will come to know about the importance of that poem, or about the theme of, or about the theme as well. To be able to paraphrase a poem, of course, once you'll be reading it thoroughly, once you'll be doing it word by word, so you'll be in position, inshallah, at the end of this lecture, that you can paraphrase yourself easily. You will be able to do, by the way. To be able to learn and understand a variety of new words related to the topic, it's been in practice, alhamdulillah, and we are doing it successfully. To be able to check and search job advertisement, yes, it belongs to the second category, as I've told you, unit 6. So these three objectives belong to that particular topic. The first one is to check and search job advertisement. Job advertisement will be given. So this is all about communication skills, that which communication skills you'll be using while searching a job, right? First one is job advertisement will be the first source, and the second one is to be able to write job application in real. So you'll be practicing it at your places while doing your homework or making your assignments. You can make an application yourself, you can write an application yourself as if you are really in that situation, and you gotta know about you just got to know about a job advertisement, and you're gonna write now an application. Yes, the third one is to be able to find a job through original conversations. Yes, this is the third topic, third objective. And like I'll be showing you one conversation over there. It'll, of course, it's in written form. It's not verbal, right? So I'll be telling you about communication skills at verbal and non-verbal. So that's actually not that will be in written form. So that can be a dialogue or conversation or anything else, but this is here. We will be discussing about original conversation, which will be in written form. So these are your major objectives or set goals for today's lecture. Yes, Vijay. Now this is the time when it's been compared with Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam. That's been mentioned here. It's been taken as if it's as in Joseph, right? So yes, it's a biblical reference actually. It's about Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam and the way. How did it happen? How was that story? I think all of you, being Muslims, you know that story. Even Christianity, in Christianity, you must have noticed that they give these in their Bible. They do have these references regarding Joseph, right? So they just use this name, Joseph, for Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam. So here they are telling us that as in Joseph's dream, what happened, the sheaves bowed down and then the stars bowed down. So everything, like like heap of the wheat were just going. It was he just saw a dream, and Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam saw a dream, and in that dream what actually happened, yes, everything, like especially wheat sheaves were bowing down in front of him, and then the stars bowed down as well. So it was his dream, right? Before the dreaming of a little boy. And at that time, he was a young boy. That dream got him such hatred of his brothers because of that dream. What actually happened? Like everybody started hating them, especially his own brothers. What was the reason? The reason was they were expecting him a little special comparatively. They had a feel like this brother is somewhat, I mean, like he is superior, maybe, or maybe he falls in another category, or maybe father is giving him more importance. So he was taken this way, right? As the car now the next point is as cast the greater part of life to men. Now this is a very important point. Why? Because this way, how it's been like, how to overcome that hatred, right? Whatever, like how kindness can replace it, and how to mend his life, because this is how actually it was happening. It was as cost the greater part. What was the greater part? The entire life maybe he spent on the same purpose, on that particular purpose. Like he had to suffer a lot, because Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam, of course, he suffered a lot in this in results, and yet great kindness came of it in the end. And at last, what actually happened? He gained that. He achieved his goal. And what was the goal? He had that kindness. Because of his kindness, it went great at the end, right? And secondly, it's a comparison between Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam and Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam as father and son. And here he's just giving a biblical reference and nothing else, right? So don't go into the depth of it. It's just a reference here. My child was disappeared. Now, situationally, he's adding up. He's telling, like, all of a sudden I saw my child over there, but my child was simply gone. He just went away behind the schoolroom door. And should I live? Now this is how he's feeling. Say that I have to, of course, live. And this is how he's feeling about himself, to see his coming forth, so that I should be, I have to be there, and I need to keep waiting there, or I have to move on, or I have to be there and I have to see that when he'll be coming back. A life away. I know my hope, but don't know its form. This is how, again, he's thinking that I have to be hopeful. I mean, like, he is still in this field. Like, should I be hopeful or should I be disappointed? Because I don't know anything about it. What's the reason? May his father, wait a minute. Yes, I know my hope. He knew about his hope, because there was a ray of hope for him, but don't know its form, nor hope to know it. May the fathers he finds among the teachers a care of him. See, now, there is one more reference. The reference is, as he's thinking about himself, that he hopes that his son will become a successful man at the completion of education. This is how he's expecting, and see, he's having this ray of hope in his mind somewhere, right? But at the same time, look at the second field. What he's thinking about. He's saying, may the fathers he finds, about whom he's talking, by the way. What comes in your mind? Just imagine, just try to put yourself in that situation. Yes, he is maybe thinking, directly it's been mentioned here, but I think it's not maybe, it's real. May the fathers he finds among the teachers, that maybe his fathers will be acting as their own father. His teachers will be acting that way, right? This is what his expectations are from his teachers. He's saying that I have this ray of hope that maybe his teachers will be giving him love and care, and will be giving him a fatherly feel, like they'll be taking care of him a lot. And I should not be worried anymore about my son, because he'll be taken care of and they will be taking care of him a lot, right? More than his father could. Like, yes, whatever I'm expecting or thinking about my son, like, I'll be doing this for my son, and I'll be doing that. But maybe those teachers will be taking care better than me, right? The way as he is thinking. How that will look, I don't know. And this is how he's thinking, that I don't know how it will be. I'll be feeling about that. Okay, I don't need to know. Rather, he's saying, like, now here it shows, it tells us this verse giving us a feel like he is becoming now confident, and he's on trust mode now. He's thinking about his school, about his teachers, that yes, they will be taking care of my son. So that's why he's saying, I don't need to know, because now he started depending on, right? Here he started depending on. Even now, and that will look, I don't know, I don't need to know. Even our tears belong to rituals. This is a very different feel, I must say. Here he's saying, he's a different, I mean, like, he's feeling like, then he consoles his grief and says that neither he guesses nor wishes to know what will happen to his son and what his future will be. This is about the previous one. And interestingly, very interestingly, this is his discussion is the change here, right? Now he is talking, he's just having those tears, right? Tears for what? He's shedding at such a time are ceremonial and selfish, as he had already given this field, right? He prays and hopes that great kindness may come of it at the end. And at the end, there must be kindness. This is what he's trying to gather from overall the circumstantially, from all the circumstances, I must say. And in spite of receiving maltreatment from his stepbrothers, Joseph was sympathetic towards them. So shall his son be. So he's expecting the same as it happened with Joseph. Whatever is being happening over there, I have a big heart. I'll be giving them space. Space to whom? To those teachers, right? Because he started depending on those. So that's why he's saying, and he's still he's expecting a lot. But that's why he's saying, my great kindness come of it in the end. This is what he is expecting from the school and then from the teachers, right? Okay. Yes, students. Let me get you there because this poem is, yes, it's finished here. And I think paraphrasing, you are able to paraphrase this poem yourself. And still, if you get stuck in somewhere, so you may ask me. Let me just see. Yes, Bete, it's on page number 130. And the topic is, as we discussed before, it's about communication. So communication is always important. Before reading a proper or no formal definition, let me tell you a little about communication, why it's important, and what is this. Of course, it's exchange, it's information exchange between individuals and all that. It's all about communication. Fine, good enough. But why do we need to communicate? What do you think? What comes in your mind when you communicate? Of course, it improves your productivity. It gives you a feel that yes, you can produce something. You can I mean, like, maybe professionally, or socially, or maybe uh, financially, or maybe in any field of life, or any walks of any field of life, you may observe it, that it helps a lot. It gives you a feel that yes, it can, even it promotes as a team building, right? It helps you while you are planning to have some team, right? Even it gives you clarity and direction. Yes, clarity and direction is also very important, because once you are communicating with someone, you do have a feel like yes, we can create better relationship as well. Because how can you create, by the way, better relationship while sitting at home, while not even be on phone, or not on internet, or not using any type of social media, or if you're not even talking with someone? So do you think that you will be able to do so? Of course not. So it helps to resolve your problems, right? Problems can be of any type here. I mean, specifically, we are not highlighting any of the specific field or any of the specific discipline of life, right? So we are simply telling us, we are simply discussing that it helps to resolve the problems. And like, these skills are actually engaging. These do engage you a lot, because these give you a feel. These skills make you capable enough to resolve your own problems, to sort out your own problems. Those can be based on social affairs, or maybe your professional career, or in your, I mean, these skills are essential and very important whenever these are delivering somewhere, because communication skills help you a lot to improve your own, or to gain more confidence. It makes you, communication skills actually make you more confident, I must say. Okay. A process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behavior. It's a formal definition. But if we see the types of communication, it's verbal, non-verbal, written, and visual. When you see, it's verbal, so of course it's all about your speaking skills, and all that. When it comes to non-verbal, so what comes in your mind? It can be your body language, it can be your eye contact, it can be based on your gesture, and all that. And when it comes to your written skills, so of course written type is also, it's about books, emails, websites, and applications, as we're going to discuss it later. Now we'll be discussing it, right, after this slide. And then now coming towards visual. In visual, of course, there will be images, graphs, maps, and there'll be a lot about it. whenever you see, even when you are observing something on the screen, so it will be taken as a visual type of communication. So these all communication types are very important. You need to focus upon it, and you need to see and observe it attentively, because it will these skills will be helpful in your future as well. Yes, this is all about, I've tried to present here all the types of communication. You may observe yourself, and you can differentiate it as well easily. जी बेटे. This is about unit number 6, learning to communicate. In this unit, you will learn about advertisement and job applications. So, in this regard, it's very important. Apart from it, that whatever is happening in your surrounding, forget about it. You need to seriously focus upon your advertisement, which you may get from anywhere. Somebody has simply informed you, and you just got to know about that any advertisement, and you have to follow that, or maybe you'll be pursuing that for your own future, right? So it's about that. Once you complete your education, you will begin your job hunt. You'll buy or pick newspaper only to check job advertisements. So nowadays, I mean, like, like all the situation is entirely different. Now you can even use your e-tactics. I mean, yeah, I mean, like websites and emails and all that. So those are even helpful. Job advertisement, which that's gone. That's the pointer is. It always just slips away. Okay, only to check at job advertisements, you will be writing job applications and sending them out to different potential employers almost every day. If you practice writing job applications now, it will come useful when you will need to write real job applications. So I mean, like, this is the time when you'll start practicing this all. I mean, it will help you a lot, because it's a formal way in our country, especially if we talk about Pakistan. So we do have this trend, and traditionally it's been going on that you find a job if you just come to know about any of the job. So you need to have that cutting, or like maybe on in newspaper or on any website. So you will first see that. You will take that. Maybe you can take an image of that, and afterwards you just note down the address, and you will be maybe you'll be sending them an email, or maybe direct on you can send any of your application on their postal address as well. Then this is about resume and curriculum vitae. We don't need to talk about this, because resume and curriculum vitae we'll be discussing later. So till today, we are going to cover this part, right? Okay. Yes, it's about finding a job, and it's original conversation. Okay. Like students, I always enjoyed this part of this part of I mean, in English, in this exercise, I always enjoy it a lot with students. You know why? Because I just asked two of the students to just come up, and one is Zumar and one is Asad, or maybe one of any of girl A or B, and then I asked them to start this conversation, so this way we enjoy. So I can't change my voice, by the way, so I'll be reading for you, right? Both the characters. I'm reading for you. Umar. Hi, Asad. How are you doing these days? Asad. How? Hi, Umar. I'm not doing very well, actually. Now see the background. From first two sentences, you'll come to know this couple of dialogue is telling you something very special, like why he's not feeling well, what happened to him. Umar, I'm sorry to hear that. What seems to be the problem? Asad, I've been looking for work. I can't seem to find a job. Umar, that's too bad. Why did you leave your last job? I said, well, my boss treated me badly, and I didn't like my chances of advancing in the company. This is how he's discussing about, like, I wasn't feeling good over there where I was working before, because due to boss and due to that, I mean, there were no opportunities for him. So he was thinking that I have to step on, or I have to move forward. Okay, Umar. That makes sense. A job without opportunities and a difficult boss isn't very attractive. That's how he's responding. So, what does it show? That initially, even in the beginning, we can see, even in the start, like they have made and that environment where you can feel like in this scenario, you can easily feel that they are giving us I mean, they are telling us something oppressive or depressive, or it's giving us a feel of disappointment, right? All right. Okay. I said, exactly. So, anyway, I decided to quit and find a new job. I sent out my resume to more than 20 companies. Unfortunately, I have only had two interviews so far. This is how he's telling about his own situation. I have already applied for, but I couldn't get the response from them. And here it show he's telling us maybe in disappointing way, right? That I couldn't get the response from them. Okay, Umar, have you tried looking online for a job? Now it's trendy, right? It's been in our practice these days. Have you tried looking online for job? Yes, Asad, yes. But so many of the jobs require moving to another city. I don't want to do that. This is how he's telling about his own problems now. I mean, he doesn't have work. That's one problem. But the second problem he's sharing as it's conversation going on. So he's telling about another problem that I don't want to quit from this city. Like I don't want to move from this city, and I want to switch the job, but I don't want to move from I don't want to move anywhere else. Where it goes, my pointer always slips away from my finger. Okay, fine. Omar, I can understand that. How about going to some of those networking groups? This is the idea he's sharing, right? I said, I haven't tried those. Most importantly, it shows that once when two persons are discussing some topic, or especially regarding jobs, so they start giving opinions, right? Their own opinion. They start sharing their own opinion. This is how he's doing, right? I can understand. How about okay, Asad, I haven't tried those. What are they? Now he doesn't know anything about it, right? So they are sharing their ideas with each other as well. Umar, they are groups of people who are also looking for work. They help each other discover new opportunities. I said, that sounds great. I'll definitely try some of those. Umar, I'm glad to hear that. So, what are you doing here? I said, oh, I'm shopping for a new suit. Now they are coming to that point. I mean, why are you here for? I mean, why are you standing up here, and what's your purpose to be here? So he's telling, yes, I want to make the best impression possible at my job interview. So he's selecting, he's trying to have some dresses, some suits, so that he can buy, and afterwards, whenever he'll be called for interview, so he'll be wearing those, any one of those, right? Umar, there you go. That's the spirit. I'm sure things will look up for you soon. I mean, I mean, he's giving him a feel like he's maybe tapping on his back. Yes, this is the time. You can do it. And giving him courage to step forward. I said, yes, you are probably right. I hope so. So, students, this is a conversation, and I have read it for you, and I've already given you a feel like how it will be going on. And once you make up your mind for anything, so this is they're telling like what are the situations, what are the problems, how they're gonna handle those problems. One of them is very disappointed and very upset, but another one is trying to guide him, right? Okay, this is just sample. I've just taken out for you. I've searched and taken out for you to just show you that what type of vacancy announcements are there, and how do you pursue them. And like addresses are given, timing is mentioned, and everything is there. Job description is mentioned. So if it suits this any one of the client or the person, the one who is interested in, so he can easily apply this way. This is once again a sample. Job application sample is given, so you may have many more. You can write even in your own style, but like this is I mean, I one of the samples, right? So you can just review it, and you can just have a look on, and you may see, and you can write your own job application, right? It's just a sample. Yes, very interesting. I really like it for that purpose. If for only for because of this reason, I have selected this quote of Qaid Azam, which is especially for the students. And I'm feeling so proud that one side my Pakistani flag, another side my school's logo is there, and in front of me Muhammad Ali Jinnah is there. So I'm reading it for you, and you are the one those now you have to make it. You have to just understand it, right? It's for you, actually, for my all students, for my boys and girls. Yes, development is being sought in every walk of life, and you have to take on this process of development, right? So you have to be the part of it, and you have to do it. Are you preparing to take on tomorrow's responsibilities? Now this is the vision of Kayed, actually. This is how he was trying to make us responsible when he was at that time. So he was addressing his youth that time. He was saying, are you preparing to take tomorrow's responsibilities? Are you building your capacity? I mean, are you working on it? Are you trained enough? If no, then go and prepare yourself, because this is the time to prepare yourself for future responsibilities. So, Bete, this is for you all. I mean, like, it's a message. It's not my message. It's not anyone else's message. It's a message of your founder of Pakistan, right? So, it's a message from our side as well. It's a message from the founder of Pakistan for you all. So, God bless you all. Stay home, stay safe, and stay connected and healthy. Remember us all in prayers. God bless you. Allah Hafiz.